Drakeo the Ruler's murder has rocked the internet for the past couple of weeks. Fans are eager to know who could have been so cruel to end the rapper's life, but the case gets more tragic as witnesses are refusing to help bring justice to his family. Keep watching to see the tragic case of Drakeo the Ruler. His death. Drakeo the Ruler went to the Bank of California Stadium in Exposition Park in Los Angeles to perform at the Once Upon a Time concert, but sadly, he didn't make it back home. The concert was a multi-stage concert series founded by Snoop Dogg and other legendary rappers like 50 Cent and Cypress Hill. Drakeo was backstage along with his crew preparing to perform his set when a fight broke out between his crew and another crew, which allegedly tagged along with rapper YG. In the midst of the commotion, Drakeo was stabbed in the neck, and the fight broke off immediately they saw the blood gushing. Drakeo was rushed to the nearest local hospital in critical condition, but unfortunately, he gave up the ghost.
The victim was taken to the hospital in critical condition, but according to the sources, he has later died.
The festival was shut down because of the incident, but police officers with at least 20 present behind the main stage and organizers posting on social media. The Once Upon a Time in LA Fest is ending early. All performances are now over. Please head to the closest exit and head eastbound on MLK. Concert organizers closed the festival. So famous stars such as Snoop and 50 Cent never even took the stage. The event was called off soon after the stabbing, with the Los Angeles Police Department saying on Twitter that an incident had occurred. A Live Nation spokesperson revealed in a statement there was an altercation in the roadway backstage. They continued that. Out of respect for those involved and in coordination with local authorities, artists and organizers decided not to move forward with remaining sets, so the festival was ended an hour early. No arrests have been made and investigations are still ongoing. Sadly, the witnesses of the crime are people who were also involved in the fight, and any word from them and they will be called snitches by their homies. Now these witnesses are trying to avoid that, and it is causing a huge problem for the police as they carry out the investigations. The murder of Drakeo the Ruler is proving to be a difficult case to solve. From the circumstances surrounding the situation, it isn't any way surprising. I mean, they literally had between 40 to 50 men pick a fight with less than 15 men, and in between someone got stabbed. Who are you going to hold accountable? I bet it'll be difficult for you to figure out. Although it may seem difficult, the authorities put in place are however carrying out due investigations. In the days since Drakeo the Ruler's untimely death, law enforcement has reportedly been unable to get people to talk as the detectives attempt to chat with witnesses to the scuffle, but they're not talking, which makes it next to impossible to nab the culprits. They've been attempting to piece things together by using cell phone and surveillance camera videos. Now, they're allegedly revisiting the possibility of gang retaliation being the missing link between the murders of Drakeo and Slim 400. Although the witnesses refused to talk, Drakeo the Ruler's mother, Darylene Cornell, opened up to the authorities and some news outlets about what she knows concerning the murder of her son. According to Darylene, things went south backstage after YG walked in. Now, YG and Drakeo the Ruler have had beef for the longest, and as it turns out, YG had a thing to do with Drakeo getting stabbed during the fight. Darylene revealed that Drakeo was backstage with a small group of people, including his younger brother, Devontae Caldwell, popularly known as Ralphie the Plug. Drakeo's mom alleges that based on the information given to her by a witness she's spoken to, a large number of people reportedly arrived backstage around the same time as YG. In her words, they said there were like 40 to 60 people. Everything just happened so quickly. They started trying to jump them. Devontae was trying to fight, but when he turned around, he could see his brother with blood gushing out of him. He was like, "Did they stab you?" It was like there were so many of them. Apparently, there were only about 10 to 15 people in Drakeo's group when they were attacked by the group of 40 to 60 people. A tough crowd to fight. According to Darylene, her son's death was more than just a fight, but a premeditated murder. He was hit in his neck. I saw him when I went to the hospital. They said it's a homicide, so I wasn't able to hug him or kiss him or anything like that. I had to look at him through a window, said Cornell. Drakeo the Ruler and Slim 400. Just a couple of weeks before the death of Drakeo the Ruler, Compton rapper Slim 400 was shot and killed. The rapper was ambushed by the shooter as he was sitting at a drive-by. The shooter walked up to Slim 400's car, and after a short while, he opened fire and started shooting at Slim 400. Slim, however, tried to attack the shooter, but the shooter kept on shooting at him. Slim 400 held onto his legs and arms and pulled him closer trying to fight him back, but the shooter kept plunging bullets into his body. He was pronounced dead at a local hospital. After Drakeo the Ruler's death, the media as well as police investigations have tried to relate the two incidents together. The police and the media believe that it was all a gang retaliation, and they have tried to pin the murder of Slim 400 on Drakeo the Ruler gang.
They found a man who had been shot. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. TMZ is reporting the victim is a rapper who goes by the name Slim 400.
Now, this may not be a gang retaliation, and there are several reasons for that. For starters, Drakeo the Ruler and Slim 400 were never in any known rap beef, and they never had any issues. However, it's understandable why fans will believe that Slim 400's crew may have taken out Drakeo the Ruler as a retaliation to his death. You see, Slim 400 and YG were close associates before his death, and YG had an ongoing feud with Drakeo the Ruler before his death. To top it off, the fight that led to Drakeo the Ruler's death involved his crew and YG's crew. With all of that, fans believe that YG's crew attacked Drakeo the Ruler and his guys because they believe they were involved in the death of Slim 400. However, that is not the case, as the guy who shot Slim 400 allegedly approached him while Slim was parked at his baby mama's house, and they had some personal issues that didn't relate to the rap industry at all. Apparently, it was some family issues that they had going on that led to the attack from Slim's killer. So it wasn't any street beef or any rap beef of the sort. As for the police report claiming that the murder of Drakeo the Ruler was a gang retaliation, there is hardly any proof of that, as they have just recently moved on to that as a fact in the investigation. And they only believe so due to YG and his crew's presence at the scene of the crime. Beef. Virtually every artist in the rap industry today is in one beef or the other. It wasn't any different for rapper Drakeo the Ruler, as he was involved in a life-threatening beef with the Los Angeles rapper YG. The two rappers never saw eye to eye, but they sure sent shots to each other across all platforms. The beef between the two rappers was quite confusing, as fans expect them to be cool with each other and even collaborate on jams since they were both raised in South Central. The two were never friends, and things got more heated between them when Drakeo left DJ Mustard to become an independent rapper. He hit the rap industry with full force and good music, and this made him a threat to some of the top dogs in the rap industry, like YG. Things, however, went south between the two after YG talked trash about Drakeo the Ruler on Adam 22's No Jumper podcast.
All that rap beef and all that, we not rap beefing, we really beefing. The homies gonna get you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Drakeo wasn't very pleased about it, so he responded with a death threat to YG. He made an Instagram video where he said, "A rap going to get Swiss cheese." He said one more thing, and they know that. "I don't want no friends." YG never responded to Drakeo openly, but according to some insider reports, the two had some troubles after that. But that didn't stop Drakeo from pushing harder for the spot YG was so scared to lose. Sadly, his life was cut short. Prime suspects. Although the investigations are still ongoing, there are some prime suspects in the case that the fans believe may have had a hand in Drakeo the Ruler's killing. The only person topping off that list is rapper YG. According to reports, the fatal stabbing of Drakeo the Ruler came amid an ongoing feud with fellow Los Angeles artist YG, and allegedly Drakeo threatened to kill him just months before this incident. In March 2021, the beef between Drakeo the Ruler and YG went public, and some death threats were made at the time. Apparently, YG made some nasty comments about Drakeo the Ruler on a podcast, and Drakeo responded by saying, "A rap going to get Swiss cheese." He say one more thing, and they know that. "I don't want no friends." The fans aren't the only ones who have YG as a prime suspect. Even some of Drakeo's inner circle guys are also making the same guess. One of Drakeo's associates, K7 the Finesser, also believes that YG was behind the murder of Drakeo. K7 revealed in an interview that YG's crew was allowed to roam backstage with about 70 people carrying weapons.
Let them come 70 thick, but only told us we only can bring 15 people, bro. Bro, YG did some bro.
Meanwhile, Drakeo was restricted to only 15 people on his team, and they were all checked for weapons before being escorted inside. According to K7, YG had Drakeo killed because he was afraid that the rapper was coming for his spot as one of the top rappers in Los Angeles. K7 said, "I'm speaking facts, bro. YG a real life," said K7 in a live stream. "All them is on my mama. YG did some. If I see cuz, I'm gonna slap the out of that." He continued. "It's weird because Drakeo tried to with the Bloods when he got out of jail," said K7. "Is hating. YG a because he know Drakeo was going to take his spot. He set the whole up. This was a setup from the start. Also, thanks to video evidence of the fight that broke out, fans were able to pick out a few clues from the scene of the crime. The 35-second video showed a large group of people fighting before part of that group runs out of a gate back into the general crowd area. Online viewers of the video are calling out people associated with rapper YG as they were seen wearing 400 merch by YG. It confirms the rumors that YG's crew was the one fighting Drakeo's team and might have done the stabbing. Drakeo tragic law run-ins. Things had just started to get good for Drakeo the Ruler as he was finally living his life as a free man before the unfortunate incident of his death occurred. You see, Drakeo, like many other innocent folks, have suffered false and unjust sentencing in the hands of the law. He was sentenced to prison for 18 months, and during 8 of those months, Drakeo was stuck in solitary confinement simply because a detective felt threatened by tweets made on his Twitter account. Here's how the story plays out. Back in 2016, a shooting broke out at a party which Drakeo the Ruler attended, and a man named Davion Gregory was killed. It didn't take a while before the internet began to accuse Drakeo the Ruler, as CCTV records showed his Mercedes was seen leaving the scene. The authorities immediately began investigating him as a suspect, watching hours of his rap videos. A month later, police raided Drakeo's apartment, found guns, and arrested him. Although they couldn't find enough proof to pin him to the murder at the time, they were able to send Drakeo to prison for weapons possession in 2017. He was eventually released in November 2017, but the LAPD wasn't quite done with Drakeo at the time. In September 2018, Drakeo was indicted on a wide range of felonies related to the December 2016 incident, including murder, conspiracy murder, criminal gang conspiracy, shooting from a vehicle, illegal possession of a firearm, and a number of attempted murder charges for other victims. Now, the craziest part was that there was proof that Drakeo did not commit the murder, as the detectives obtained audio recordings documenting a 17-year-old alleged gang member confessing to the killing and a man linked to Drakeo's rap crew confessing to firing additional shots. But they argued during the trial in May 2019 that the rap crew was a criminal gang and they planned the murder together. The prosecutors and the detective in charge of the case, Francis Hardiman, also cited a Drakeo lyric from a diss track in which Drakeo spoke about driving around with the rival rapper, tied up in the back. They claimed that Drakeo tried to kill the rapper, but his crew ended up killing Gregory instead. The rapper himself later said on social media that Drakeo wasn't seriously trying to kill him. There was no gang. It's a rap group. What the I'm not a gang member, and my friends are not gang members, Drakeo said, arguing he was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Drakeo and his lawyers tried to argue that the detective's evidence was false, but it all fell on the jury's deaf ears. Drakeo was sent to prison for 18 months in 2019. Thankfully, he was released in November 2020 and cleared of all charges.